What's good, y'all? It's your boy Havoc with Punch and Profit. Got a trade playing out here. I will get into the details of it when I get this chart settled in a second. So, got an entry roughly around here. Not a bad one. It would probably been better if I got the entry right here in this fair value gap. I'll mark it out for you guys. Hopefully, get a push up. I would like to see some sort of market structure shift up here. Uh, That'd give me the ability to probably ride this a little longer. And this is on a funded account, by the way. If we can, let's see. I might just take my 50 points because I'm just starting this funded account today. And I play it pretty safe when I first start these accounts. I apologize. My boys are in the back screaming, crying, laughing, playing. If you have kids, you know how it is. Yeah, so that'd be my 50 points. Hmm. Would not be shocked if we fill this gap before we move up. I will put my stop down here, risking $166. I do anticipate that we could come back down here, fill this gap. As long as we don't close over, it won't be too concerning. I don't mind a wick, okay? But it'd be nice to get a move back up here. This is a big displacement move, so hopefully we get some action. Already made $381 already. It'd be nice to top it off a little bit more and be done early today. What I'm very interested in seeing is if we get a close. I would say if we get a close over this lower high, I could probably hold on to this trade and maybe even add another position. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but let me see where my 50 points is. Sometimes with the NASDAQ, you gotta take what it gives you, man. 758 for 950, yeah. Even right now, this is a little bit of a tricky situation to be trading in. Okay, we have the 930 fair value gap right here. We closed over it. Okay, yeah, so there's a chance we could be moving up, a strong move up. Alright, yeah, so what I'm very interested in next is if we do get some sort of close over this higher low or lower high, excuse me. You know, the NASDAQ is gonna do NASDAQ things. It's like a bipolar chick. Would be nice to grab that 50 points. It really would be from this inversion. It's usually how I measure it out. Start from the top of the inversion. And if you did not see the overlap, it was right here. And we'll mark that out in red. That is the bearish fair value gap. Oh, sorry. Bearish fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. We hit a higher time frame. We took a prior day low when we got down here, when we were making this move down here. Didn't necessarily get the SMT, but you don't always need it. And usually the biggest moves are going to happen between 9:30 to 10, at most to 11. That's what I've come to learn. It's too bad I wanted to do full size contracts on this, but you know, I had a feeling we were going to do a little bit of retracing here. Now right here, you know what, I might put my 50 points right here. Let's see, 50 points, that would be at 205.17. I will take my money if we get up there. Or you know what, let me get on the NQ. NQ. Because if we get this, I will be taking a full size contract and adding to this. If we can get a close above this red line, let me make it a blue line. See if we get that close above the blue line. I'm gonna have to put a limit order at 205.11. Not quite yet. Let's see if it gives us that close. It's gonna be nasty. 205.17. Quite 205.17. Let's go to MNQ, take my 50 points. I'm gonna close that out. That is what it is. And now I'm gonna see, that'll give me a little bit of a cushion to maybe play something bigger here. If I can get a close over this blue line, I will be taking a limit order. We got 28 seconds. So we're at 500 bucks for the day on this funded account. If we can get a close over this blue line, I'm going to take one NQ contract. But I gotta wait for the close. It makes a difference. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got to close. Let me drop down. Let me put this up. Put that contract on. Hopefully we get a tap back into it.
Order filled.
Hopefully this sucker starts pushing up. Do expect we'll probably fill this fair value gap right here. Let me get this off. And say about 25 points. Wouldn't be a bad deal. Now, what I need to do is get on the 15-minute. Let's go back to that 1 minute time frame. About 15 points. I'm not mad at 15 points. What are we working with here? Do we have any equal highs? Might be able to aim for that. See if we can get a push up. I'm going to play it for 15 points. Oh, and I could have held on for a little bit more. It's all good though. I actually saw that wick down and I was like, it's not coming back down here. It's probably going to push up. $791. I was playing it safe though. I did a full NQ contract at the high. So you got to understand, if you're going to put a full NQ contract when you get the market structure shift, even though there was nothing really showing that it was going to come back down here, we already tapped into the first fair value gap that created the inversion. You never know, but I took the high over here as the safest play, low hanging fruit. Could I have aimed higher? Yeah, but I didn't want to have too much drawdown. You got to take into consideration, if you're going to put a full NQ at right here at this entry, that it could pull back on you, and do you want to deal with that? And I probably could have, because at about $500 I made today, that probably would have covered the cushion and it would have moved up. But rather secure $791 in literally 30 minutes of trading. Okay, that's good money. made that's more money than some people make in about a week. So I made that in about 30 minutes of trading. Sometimes you just got to play it safe. You play this game safe, you can secure the bag. But let's break down the trade. Okay, so we had the 9:30 opening right here. This is the first fair value gap printed at 9:30. Okay, I'll put a vertical line right here. That's 9:30. First fair value gap is a bearish one. We move down. We get past these purple areas with green lines are essentially higher time frame levels of interest. Okay, so that's what these are. When we when we get past one, when we tap into one, or we run past one completely, what we do from there is we start looking for our signal, the inversion, right? We get the inversion. There's a inversion right here. I'll just mark it out. There's a bearish fair value gap. Okay, we didn't get our SMT, but we do get this inversion. Okay, and they're overlapping each other, as you can see right here. Okay, let's take this off. And then on top of that, we close that bearish fair value gap right about here. I put an entry roughly around here. Okay, one right here and one right here, two MNQs. We drop down, we get our 50 points. I take profit off the board. Okay, and that's essentially all I aim for is 50 points. That's more than enough for me, and I'm not going to play games after that. So that was the 50-point move. Okay, but we also get further confirmation. Okay, the add-on, as we're coming up, we close over the 930 bearish fair value gap, which means that there's potential to go to the upside. And then what I'm looking at, when you saw me add that NQ contract for about 15 points, I wanted to see, are we going to get that market structure shift? Okay, over here. We did not get it. We just wicked through, so that's not, I don't consider that. So as we come back down and we tap into some entries, we come back up. Okay, we close over this market structure shift, and for me, I already secured money, so I wasn't looking to catch a big move. On top of that, I was being a little, taking a little bit of risk, putting a full NQ contract up here. Usually I don't do that. Usually I would like to take my NQ contract, full NQ contract down here, okay, because that's the retracement. And then I'll add MNQs over here, or I'll add another NQ at the market structure shift. I played it safe. Let's remove this vertical lines. I played it safe. I just grabbed this high right here. Market's been a little bit tricky the last few days, and that's where I took my profit. Okay, now obviously there were some other things we could have looked at. That's why I went to the 15-minute time frame. You could have went to the 5-minute. That probably would have, unfortunately I was rushing, I didn't see this. I probably would have played it up to here, which it came up to, maybe even up to here. That'd have been a nice move, but I took it for about 15 points. 15 points is a nice amount of points to aim for in the NQ. That's pretty consistent and secure, which was this high. Okay, right here would have been about 30, right here would have been about 40. Yeah, I was cool with that. I wasn't ready to deal with the drawdown, potential drawdown. So, but this thing is probably going to come all the way up to here. It wouldn't shock me. But yeah, $791 in 30 minutes. Not bad at all. And just started this account today. So, not bad. Made some money on my funded futures as well. Yes, but that was the logic behind the trade. I will be breaking this down in a short video, this setup, okay, and how it goes. But for now, I just wanted you guys to see some live execution. I didn't want you guys to think that I was faking y'all out, or I wasn't actually taking trades and I was just breaking it down on paper trading. No, I take live executions. I do live trades on funded express accounts. So there is your proof. There is your evidence. $791 in 30 minutes. And this was extremely playing it safe. And the only reason I was playing it safe is because I just started this funded account. and I need to build the cushion and make sure that we don't get into drawdown before we move forward. This is your boy Havoc, Punching Profit. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe. I will be coming out with a further breakdown or adding a shorter video on the YouTube Shorts to give you a whole a whole breakdown of how this trade went down or how you could have executed it cleanly. All right. Peace. God bless.